Look at that. How silly is that? A video of me scrolling through a match cut sequence on my camera went viral this week or last week, and it resulted in over 2 million views, I think, by now. Which is not something I expected, but that's just how social media goes, right? It's the content that you don't expect that goes viral and gets you lots of views and new followers. In today's YouTube video, I'm going to teach you how I did this and how you can do it yourself. I shot this on a camera with a lens, which I assume you have as well. This is the S5 IIX with the 20-60 kit lens. Very lightweight, very powerful little setup. Now, the reason I love this camera is for one reason, and no, it is not the photo grid lines, even though this is a sick feature to have for hyperlapses and match cut sequences as well. But a lot of people with a bit of attitude in the comments were like, this bro uses grid lines, first time using grid lines, bro? And I'm like, no, you fool. The shear overlay is where it's at. Ever heard of it? Probably not. This is what it does. You select an image that is on your SD card, like this banging photo I got of a Lotus Formula 1 car crossing the finish line for the 75-year anniversary of Lotus Formula 1, and then you set that as a shear overlay, and that allows you to shoot with the previous photo on top of the screen. There's also the stop motion mode, which has like a ghost or a shear overlay as well, but this is the way to do your match cut stuff. So you take a photo of an object, say the bonnet, the front of a car or a wheel, something like this, and then you use that shear overlay to overlay that on the next photo, so you can always shoot the same size circle. Now let's go into Premiere Pro, because you have shot all your photos, right? And import the photos that you have shot. I shot a bunch of circles at the paddock at Goodwood Revival last weekend, and I'm going to use that to create a sequence. Click this button here, make sure that's ticked, so that imports as a sequence. Right click on that image sequence, and then create a new timeline from that clip so that it takes over the aspect ratio and the resolution, etc. What was happening? A promotion for my free ebooks, How to Make Money with Time-Lapse Photography and the Beginner's Guide to Time-Lapse and Hyperlapse Photography. Links down below, check it out, it's fantastic. Have a scroll through your sequence, see what's in there, and go to the rulers or the grid, no, the rulers it's called, and drag them on there, on the first photo, to encompass the circle, because all the following circles you're going to line them up in the same way. And how do you do that? Well, we need a little bit better visibility first, so we're going to zoom in a small amount so it can be as accurate as possible. Then you're going to go back to the first frame and go to the Effects Control tab and enable the chrono icon on the scale and the position parameters. This way, every time you adjust one of these parameters on a new photo, it creates a keyframe so that you don't adjust the previous or the next photo. That makes sense, right? Go frame by frame and get your circle in this square that you drew on the rulers as accurate as possible. That's it. Repeat that 601 times. That's what I did for that video. I did this in After Effects because I am much better at After Effects than I am at Premiere Pro, and Premiere Pro is just not optimized for animating stuff like this. Trust me, After Effects is where it's at, which is something I cover extensively in my time-lapse courses. Who would have thought? But yeah, this is a little fun post-processing thingy. You get in the zone, you listen to some tunes, listen to a potty, watch some YouTube videos, I don't know, whatever you want to do, but you're just going to try and get that in that square as accurately as possible and repeat that for every single photo you got. This is the tutorial. I know someone's still going to have a question that's going to upset me. I'm like, do I have to hold your hand and put your finger on the shutter button and then start up your computer and hold your hand while you hold the mouse to do things? No. Take a little bit of responsibility, and if you have a question about this video, drop it in the comments, but also try and figure it out for yourself. I'm noticing a lot of people, not a lot of people, and definitely not you, dear viewer, right now, but some people really need to learn how to learn things themselves. Anyways, a little rant at the end here. This is a bunch of time lapses I shot on my iPhone of the process of me doing this in After Effects. As you can see, I barely use the mouse, and it's mostly numerical editing with the arrows up and down, and yeah, just lining it all up like that. I had some issues here and there that I probably won't talk about because I don't want to bore you. This Ferrari logo was tricky because some of the horses actually changed throughout the decades. Those flags are fun. The circles were the easiest bit. And there's also, by the way, you can also use the built-in tracker for that, the image stabilizer with track points, as you can see me do on the right, which makes things so much easier, and that's how everyone else is doing it these days. Anyways, that's all for today's video. I hope you learned something, hope you had a good time. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!